All right. Yay. Hey. Hey, boss. Hey, how are you today? It's your girl, LaShonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense. Always excited to share things you can do to work on your money, marketing, and sales goals too, with strategy and intention. So come on in, come on in, come on in to the virtual building as I get this frog out of my throat, as always. Today is day, let's see, day 24 of our 31-day content honey conversation. And so, first, let me say, I tried. I really did. Like before I hit live to get this frog all the way out, I was like, come on, girl, do it, do it. So when you hit record, you're good to go. Didn't work out that way, but it's okay. Come on in, come on in, come on in to the virtual building. Share this out. Sharing is caring. That's what it's all about. Tag your business besties who want to learn how to work on their money, marketing, content creation, and sales goals too. And of course, if you are catching me on the replay side, you can always drop into the comment box hashtag replays rock. So we're going to rock out today talking about things that you need to work on when it comes to consistent content creation, right? Growing your content marketing efforts. So, over the last few days, I've been talking to you about working on developing calendars, working on showing up for yourself before you show up for other people, right? So, today, one of the things that I want you to do is to work on doing the work. So, we're going to talk about productivity hacks today, right? Because as adults, when you think about it, kids, when it comes to going to school, right? And sometimes they don't do their homework. So the excuse is the dog ate my homework, right? For us, the excuse is, ooh, I'm so busy. Like that is the number one excuse. I'm so busy, I can't dot dot dot, right? So when it comes to you growing your online business, your visibility, you know that content marketing is going to help you grow, but 9 times out of 10 you like, who girl, I was busy, this week was crazy, right? I know I said I was going to dot dot dot, but I didn't get to. So let's talk about some productivity hacks today, if that's okay. I'm going to put my big girl glasses on because I can't see. Hey, welcome, welcome. Thank you for tagging your business besties and joining me in the virtual building. I see Felicia on Instagram. Welcome, welcome, my dear. So, all right, let's check in. I'm going to share a few productivity hacks to help you get clear about that consistency. Okay. So, the first thing for me when it comes to working on doing the work is to put in place a power hour, whether you choose to do daily power hours or a few times a week. So let's talk about that, right? So I saw yesterday somebody said to me on the live, they were like, oh my gosh, I'm guilty of these things. I'm really trying to get things done, but I work long hours. And after I get, that stuff done, I'm exhausted. So I would say you want to really carve out power hours at your high energy times, not when you're trying to squeeze it in after everything else and the sun, right? And you fall asleep watching TV, hands on the laptop, you try to make it work. When are your high energy, really clear focus times, right? Honestly, if you can carve out a power hour to work on your content, again, whether it be a few times a week or once every single day, I think that's a great thing to do. Now, as I'm saying that to you, I want to ask you a simple question. I asked this question on Instagram today, Instagram at Sense. Feel free to share your response here in the comment box, but also over there. And I simply said, what's one app or tool when it comes to content creation that you really keep telling yourself, okay, next month, next quarter, next week, I really got to dig into that one, right? We're all guilty of sometimes seeing things that we want to do when it comes to content creation, but finding the time, it's like, oh, I can't do it. I can't do it, right? So I've got a lot of great platforms that I absolutely love when it comes to doing content creation, like StreamYard. I'm on here every single day during these live web classes with you. But as we've got the fabulous new app Clubhouse, I am invested in creating power hour sessions for me to more intentionally be on that particular platform. So if you're curious, Clubhouse is a new app, and you can have these like audio-based live chat sessions. Everybody is loving it. It's all the rave. You can find and follow me over there on @SistaSense if you're there. And because it's a new platform, I want to be an early adopter. I really want to jump in. I feel like I haven't done it as much as I wanted to this last month. And I know when it comes to productivity for me, it's about intention. So being able to say, okay, every day or 3 or 4 times a week, I'm actually aiming for every day with this particular platform, carving out a productivity power hour to be there, to create a room, to listen to other people's rooms, as opposed to just kind of dabbling in it every now and again, right? One of my favorite quotes is random effort equals random results. So if you don't want random results and you really want to intentionally grow your content, grow your following, you really have to make the time. I always say, don't try to find the time, but make the time. So can you set a power hour? And when are you going to set that for yourself? Okay, so that's the first thing that I'm sharing with you today as far as productivity hacks. And today's day 24 of our 31-day conversation. So I think I'm going to share 4 recommendations with y'all today. Hey, welcome, welcome. Happy holidays to you as well. Again, y'all, thank you so much for coming on here, sharing this out. Sharing is caring. That's what it's all about. I see some smiles. Thank you so much for that. Tap, 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 tap on the hearts, the likes, the love, all that good stuff. I appreciate you. So continue to do that. Dot, 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 dot. And of course, remember to share this out, right? Absolutely, Felicia, on the gram, random effort equals random results. So we really want to be more intentional when it comes to content, honey, and carving out time to get that content done. Creating a power hour for yourself, whether it be once a day or a few times a week. That's recommendation number 1. Okay, so let's dive into recommendation number 2 that I've got for you. So Wednesdays, I have my clarity calls, right? It's kind of like my power day when it comes to having one-on-one mentorship / coaching sessions with clients, right? So one of my clients, she said to me, LaShonda, I regret to say I don't have much to report. We always, in the beginning of sessions, do a quick recap. So I said, okay, let me know what you've been doing the last couple of weeks. And she's like, oh, it's been crazy. I don't have a lot to report. But here's what I can do. I can tell you that these 3 things right here, I really want to make happen. I really want to get this stuff done. So I said to her, okay, well, you've got 12 hours of get more done time with me. So here's what we're going to do, right? We're going to schedule a session so that for an hour, we can work on this one and this one, right? And then we're going to do another session next month so that we can work on that one. So another productivity hack for me is being in a place where you're working with someone else to get that extra dose of support and accountability. Could be an accountability partner or someone like myself who's a mentor, right? So I have my get more done hours, and I actually only have a few more spots for those because I'm shutting down everything. My call me services, my web services, my get more done, everything's shutting down until March. And I said, okay, I'm only leaving room for about 10 people. So I've got less than 10 spaces left for people who are actually signing up to get 12 hours that they can use with me periodically as they need it. And so I was working with one of my 12-hour Get More Done clients, the VIPs. That, by the way, if you're curious about that, is over at sistasense.com /GMD, which stands for Get More Done, right? So I said, okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to intentionally create these power hour sessions where you're not trying to pull your hair out and do this stuff out by yourself or figure it out by yourself. We're going to do it together. So we've got one session coming up next week and then another one about 2 weeks later in the new month, right? So again, I want you to think about either accountability partners or mentors or coaches if you want to work with me as a combination of, and I'll let you know what happens in Get More Done. Get More Done is a combination of clarity calls that you can have with me. It's the opportunity for you to say, LaShonda, I don't know how to do this, so can you do it for me? One of my favorite quotes is, if you can't figure out how to do something, find the who, somebody who can do it for you, right? So Get More Done is an opportunity for my clients to do a few of those things together with me, DWI, Done With You Services. And then a few of those things say, hey, LaShonda, can you just do it for me? Knock it out. I appreciate you for that, right? So again, if you're curious about Get More Done, you can go over to sistasense.com /GMD. I've got a few more spaces in that before I lock it up and close it for a couple of months. I'm going to reopen it in March, but it's going to be a couple of months, of course, until then. That's the next productivity hack I want to share with you. Some of you, maybe you're working with a mentor or a coach, or maybe you're curious about working with me, or maybe you got somebody, a business associate, where you can say, you and me, we're going to be accountability partners. We're going to work this out, lock arms, check in once a week, twice a week, whatever you need to do to make sure that you're working on your content creation, marketing, and sales efforts. Okay. So number 1 was power hours. Number 2 was connecting with a mentor, coach, consultant, or business associate to get that extra dose of accountability and support. Okay. So I see you guys popping in here. Thank you so much. Drop a CH in the comment box for me if you're going to work on your content, honey. Hey, welcome. Welcome, my dear. Welcome, welcome. Connected from Zambia, Africa. Woo! Beautiful. That's beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that's the next thing that I want you to think about. I'm going to give you two guys. I'm going to give you 2 more before I drop off today. Okay. So the next one is I want you to think about your customer base. Okay. So how can you work on productivity hacks? One of the things that I do is I bring my customers in when it comes to content creation. So I have something called my mastermind, my Firestarter Circle mastermind, and I get paid to create content because literally every month I do a different training, right? So this month, it's about creating content, honey, in Canva, and I've been getting rave reviews about that. People have absolutely loved it. Last month, we did setting up sales pages. The month before that, we were talking about using YouTube. So every month we do something a little bit different, right? But here's the deal. Because I have basically committed myself to showing up for my customers who are in my mastermind, that is a productivity hack for me. So, some of you guys raise your hand. You're like, girl, I've been trying to get this course out of me. I've been trying to get this information product out of me. But because there's no accountability, there's nobody saying, hey, are you done yet? Are you done yet? Other than you, right? And the guilty you inside of you, you're not doing it. You're not doing it, right? So honestly, when I map out my 12 months of what I'm going to talk about in my mastermind, and every single month I talk about that thing, I'm showing up for my clients. At the end of the year, I've got 12 new courses, 12 new amazing masterclasses that I can bundle, that I can resell in a ton of different ways. And then of course I can share or gift or do anything I want to, right? Some of you, you're trying to get like everything out of you at once. And baby, you cannot birth that baby all at once. Needs time. Takes a little bit of time, right? And so one of the ways that I intentionally create a lot of content on an ongoing basis is through my customer base, right? My mastermind, getting paid to teach and doing one strategic training every single month to allow me to say by the end of the year, I've got 12 new masterclass trainings that I can do a lot of amazing things with, okay? So working with your customer base, committing yourself to showing up for them and making it known that you're going to create a certain type of content that they get exclusive access to before anybody else does is one thing that you can do, right? Thank you so much for dropping that in there, CH Content Honey. Right. So you guys are feeling me on that one. Awesome. Good stuff. Do you have currently a link for a planning tool that you've created or suggest using? That's a great question. So I have my own personal planner. It's called the Fire Start Your Year Planner. And essentially what that is designed to do is to help you create a really good overview of what you want to accomplish in the year, number 1. And number 2, give you a place to go back to. So every quarter and every month, your goals, your sales, your objectives, your holidays, your marketing, your product planning, you can go back to the planner and consistently post your content in there. You can learn more about that 2 ways. You can go to sistasense.com/SCE for Sister Circle exclusives. The Fire Start Your Year Planner is a part of my Fire Start Your Year experience. I do it every year in January. It's a 1-day virtual workshop, a 3-day in-person workshop. This year, we're going to be at an amazing resort in South Carolina. It's very small, very intimate. And then the planner is something that you can get as a digital, or you can get the physical version shipped to you, right? So great question. My planner, I love it because I created it. It's really me documenting my personal process to getting clear. Like, so for example, when I said to you, I do my mastermind every month, right? So I sit down and map out what I want to talk about for all 12 months of the mastermind. And I do tweak it because energetically, there are certain months that, like, one month, everybody was like, LaShonda, how do you do it? Like, you don't have a VA, you're building this business, you got all these things on your plate. How are you making it happen? So there was a month where I adjusted my schedule and focused on teaching crazy good calendars, because that's energetically what people were asking me. But I always do prepare intentionally what I want to talk about to give myself a personal playbook to follow. So great. I'll order it. Awesome, Felicia. Again, feel free to check in with me if you have any questions about that. You can email sizzlesense@gmail.com. Again, you can check out firestartyouryear.com, number one. And then number two, just simply going to sizzlesense.com/SCE. You can see that plus the other resources that I've got right now as part of SCE, my Sister Circle exclusives, right? So there you go. Hey, Jacqueline. How you doing, my dear? I am glad that I'm making myself implement the actions that you recommend. Awesome. It's all about implementation, right? I always say ideas are good, but implementation is better. Put it on a post-it, put it somewhere you can see it every day. Because myself and other people, we got all kind of ideas, right? But it's the implementation that's better. So that's why I wanted to do this series on things that you should be working on if you're trying to get your content life together. And these productivity hacks really, really work well for me. Okay. So let me just check really quickly. Power Hour, a mentor, an accountability partner, and your customer base. Those are 3 things. Four things. Setting aside a power hour, getting a mentor or an accountability partner, creating content that you commit to create because your customers paid for it, right? Those are some of the things that I want you to think about. All right. So we're going to keep on keeping on. Again, Content Honey Conversations. This is day 24 of 31. Don't forget to turn on alerts and notifications so you can see when I'm live, so you can jump on here live with me. And of course, if you do want to have the opportunity to work with me, make sure that you get your GMD, Get More Done hours. You can get 12 hours that you can use anytime. It's a combination of me working on some web tech things for you, plus you getting time to work with me directly via clarity calls or one-on-one webinar sessions, so I can help you get clear about those things that you're trying to do, or you're trying to figure out how to do them. So either you do the how and we do it together, done with you experiences, or you say, LaShonda, can you just knock it out and do it for me? I know you can do it in like 5 minutes as part of that 12-hour experience over at sizzlesense.com/GMD. So that's it, y'all, for today. Hopefully I've been able to give you a little bit of clarity, some fire and focus, Sister Sense style. I'll be right back here for another dose of directions. Of course, until then, mwah, take care. Happy holidays. Bye.